So today I want to talk about 15 things that I genuinely think will make a difference if you're trying to get ahead financially in your 20s. Now, some of these might be a bit obvious, some of them might be a bit more controversial, but they're all things that I've either done myself as someone that has a six-figure net worth in their 20s, either wish I did earlier, or things that I've picked up from other people that are ahead of me on their journey. So let's get straight to it. Number one, start investing as soon as you can. This is the one that everyone says and everybody ignores. So I'm gonna say it again. If you're from the UK, you can even do this inside a stocks and shares ISA so that every gain that you make, every single penny is tax-free forever. And you can put up to £20,000 a year. It's cash money. And if you're a complete beginner and you're thinking, I have absolutely no idea where to start, well, I've actually made a full video on it, how to invest into the stock market as a beginner using Trading 212. It takes about 10 minutes to set up, so go check that out. It will be linked in the description below. Similarly, I have a free investing guide. Just go over to my TikTok or my Instagram, click on the link in my bio, and you will see it there. I started investing in the stock market at 23, and honestly, I wish I started earlier. Not because 23 is late, because it definitely isn't, but because if I started at 19 or 20, that is 3 or 4 extra years of compounding that I won't get back. If you start early, even with small amounts, the difference by the time that you're 40 is enormous. So if you're like 18, 19 or 20 watching this video, this is your sign. Number two, and I probably should have started with this, but this video is not in order. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund first. Before any of the investing stuff, make sure you build up the emergency fund first because it is pivotal. The whole point of an emergency fund is so that when something goes wrong, because trust me, it will, for example, your car breaking down, an unexpected bill, or you losing your job, it doesn't wreck you financially and force you to sell your investments at a bad time or go into debt. 3 to 6 months of essential expenses sitting in a high yield savings account is the foundation that everything else is built upon. Number three, and for some reason young people do not like this one, max out your workplace pension match. If you're employed and your employer offers to match your pension contributions, that is literally free money. There is no other way to describe it. On top of that, pension contributions come with a tax relief. So for example, if you are a basic rate taxpayer and you pay £80 into your pension, the government will top it up £20. So actually £100 goes into your pension. If you're not contributing at least to your employer's match, you are quite literally leaving free money on the table that is yours to take. Number four, track all your spending for at least 1 month. You just need to do this once. Every subscription, all your eating out, all your fixed expenses, literally just for 1 month. Most people genuinely have no idea where all their money goes until it is written down. And it might come as a shock to you, but you also can't fix what you can't see. Number five, negotiate your salary every time that you can. Early pay rises compound across your entire career, so don't be passive about this because the worst they're gonna say is no. You are not gonna lose your job for asking for more money. That's ridiculous, Bobby. And if you're in a job where your pay just isn't keeping up with inflation and you've asked and nothing's moved, job hopping is always another option. Moving jobs every 2 to 3 years if your employer isn't matching what the market's actually paying is one of the quickest ways to course correct your salary. Look, loyalty is great, but guys, unfortunately, it does not pay the rent and it can actually harm your future too. Number six, and this is one of my favorite ones, learn a high income skill outside of your job. I mentioned this in my first ever video as one of the skills that helped me get to a six-figure net worth in my 20s. There are literally so many high income skills: copywriting, sales, video editing, AI automation, content creation. Just pick whichever one matches your personality and send it, because if you do it right, then it could potentially replace your 9 to 5. That is exactly the position that I'm trying to build for myself with this content creation thing right now. Trust me, I'm working and it ain't easy. Number seven, build up your credit history responsibly. Keyword, responsibly. Please don't get a credit card that you can't pay off in full every single month because Loops told you to build your credit history. Because paying off your credit card in full every single month and using it consistently is one of the best ways to build up your credit score. And also, if you can, try and get a credit card that gives you rewards as well, like an Amex or Barclay card, Avios, because there's no reason you shouldn't be getting rewarded for your spending. I had an Amex Gold, I think 2 years ago for the free first year, and it was perfect. The amount of times I was going to an airport lounge, actually it was only 4 times. I went to the airport lounge 4 times, but now I've got a Barclay card Avios and I've racked up over 60,000 Avios points. And that is pretty much enough to go on a return flight to anywhere in Europe. So it isn't just about the credit score. It is literally free travel if you play your cards right. Number 8, don't overinflate your lifestyle with every pay rise. Now, to be completely clear, as you earn more, you should enjoy more of your money. I am not telling you to live like a student forever. Fun fact, but when I was in uni, I was eating expired rice with beans some nights. It was a hard time. Just don't let your spending increase by more than your income. That is literally it. For example, if you get a 10% pay rise and your spending goes up by 5%, that is completely fine. But if you get a 10% pay rise and your spending goes up by like 15%, that is exactly how people earn 6-figure salaries and still feel broke by the end of a month. Number 9, and this is an important one that is often underlooked, network before you need to. Your network really is your net worth. And I mean that quite literally. A lot of the opportunities that I've had recently, whether that be podcasts, panels, brand deals, they've all come from connections that I made months or even years ago. Build those relationships now, not when you're desperate for them. For example, if you're currently in a 9-to-5 role, but you know you don't want to be there long, start speaking to recruiters from now. Start looking at the market now. Don't wait until it's too late. Number 10, get comfortable being uncomfortable. This one is bigger than it sounds because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Trust me, if you only stick to what you know, you will always get what you've always got. This year alone, I've tried to push myself into discomfort constantly. I started making personal finance content without knowing whether anybody would watch it. I've shared my own finances publicly multiple times, which is genuinely terrifying when you really think about it. And like I just mentioned, I've gone on podcasts, spoke on panels, and I literally started YouTube with no guidance, just figuring it out as I go along. None of that felt comfortable at any point in time. Even making this YouTube video right now. No, literally, I am uncomfortable. It is hot in here. Can't open the windows because there's too much noise. Can't put on a fan because it'll mess up the audio. But this discomfort right now is exactly where the growth has been. If you're waiting until you feel ready, oh my God, there's sweat dripping down my legs. That is how hot I am. But if you're waiting until you feel ready to try whatever it is that you want to try, then you will be waiting forever, because ready isn't a feeling that arrives. It's something you build by doing the uncomfortable thing first. Number 11, automate your savings and investing. All you have to do is set it up once, and then it takes your willpower out of the equation entirely. The second your pay lands, your savings and investments should move out the account automatically, before you even see the money sitting there. Number 12, keep your fixed expenses as low as possible. I can't stress this enough. If you've got a good relationship with your parents, stay at home for as long as you reasonably can. I know everybody doesn't have that opportunity, but if you do, that is literally your unfair advantage. It might not be a popular take, but for me personally, low fixed costs meant that more of my income could go towards saving and investing rather than rent eating, let's say, half of my paycheck. That is a huge part of how I've been able to build a 6-figure net worth this young. And honestly, I haven't even done anything that dramatic or risky. It is not glamorous by any means, but it has been the single biggest level for me in terms of my building wealth journey. Number 13, avoid lifestyle debt. This is what I like to call the silent net worth killer. Buy now, pay later. Carrying your credit card balance. They're dangerous because they creep up on you, because they feel small, like each individual purchase is small. But once they start to compound, I don't know why I can't whistle properly today. My rule is very simple because believe me, I'm in debt as well. Like I use a credit card, but I will only take on debt that I can pay in full. Because if I can't pay it off by the end of the month, I probably cannot afford it. Number 14, and a bit of a different one here, travel while you still have the freedom. As soon as I got my grad job, I was that guy taking 5 trips a year. I was literally the first name on the team sheet. I didn't even know where we were going sometimes and I was still saying yes. No kids, no mortgage, no real responsibilities tying me down, and I don't regret a single trip. Some people will tell you to try and save and invest every single penny that you make in your 20s. But I believe there's a balance. Fewer ties now means more flexibility now, and that freedom does not last forever. So travel while it is easy to. And finally, number 15, protect your time like it is money. The energy that you have in your 20s is an asset, maybe even the biggest one you have. Don't waste all of it on things that don't compound, whether that's a job that isn't going anywhere, a relationship or dating that drains you, or just doom scrolling every evening. Spend your time the same way you'd want to spend your money. Intentionally. So that is the 15 things. Some of them have obviously been about the money itself, but honestly, a lot of the biggest ones for me have been about mindset, being okay with discomfort, keeping things simple, and starting before you feel ready. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below which one you will be working on this week, and stay lively.